Let's stay together for a while to give you an insight into my relationship. My name is Step, 29 years old, working as a senior lead analyst at a digital marketing agency. I had been married to my wife named Nikki, 27 years old, for almost 3.5 years after having a close relationship for more than 2 years. My career is my passion, as I always had wanted to pursue marketing and branding. So after finishing high school, I pursued my passion by getting admission into MBA marketing because I was eager to start my career in the field. I worked hard during my studies and also actively participated in numerous marketing competitions. I was determined to make a name for myself. After graduation, I started looking for a job and luckily found a chance for an internship at a local marketing agency. I quickly submitted my application, then attended the interview to showcase my skills and knowledge of the field. Impressively, the agency offered a 6-month internship and I happily accepted. When I joined the agency, I was assigned to work with the digital marketing team to help them with social media management and campaign analysis. I worked long hours and weekends, researching, analyzing data and gathering healthy leads to improve my skills and the agency's online campaigns. After working for 2 months, I was given more responsibilities and started working on bigger projects. My hard work and commitment paid off because I became an integral part of the agency's team. Before completing my internship period, I was offered a full-time position at the agency. I was promoted to junior lead executive and continued to thrive. With the time, I was also allowed to work on high-profile campaigns for renowned brands. One day, I received a call from a multinational corporation looking for a marketing manager for their regional office. It was a chance not to leave it unattended. So I pursued the opportunity and moved on to face new challenges. Months passed and I moved up to more senior roles while leading successful marketing campaigns for global brands. As my clients were more than happy with the impressive outcomes of their marketing campaigns, I was promoted to the police of senior lead analyst. However, my busy and demanding schedule required some personal assistance to manage my workload effectively. So at that time, I decided to hire a secretary to help me with the daily administrative tasks. That's why I interviewed several candidates and finally found the perfect match in Nikki, a young, vibrant girl with cheerful personality and a strong work ethic. She quickly learned my tough schedule and handled my appointments, campaigns, and client meetings, effectively spending most of our time together. We formed a close working relationship. We had some common interests and I was increasingly relying on her due to her efficient and supportive nature. One day while reviewing a schedule for an important client, I realized that I had left some facts behind at the office. In no time, I called her without any second thought. She rushed to the office and saved the day. This was the point where I was impressed with her dedication and commitment to the work. I was starting to notice her intelligence, but also her warmth and beauty. I found myself thinking about her even sitting at home, and I could feel butterflies in my stomach whenever she was around me. But I tried to put aside my feelings for her because I had to be aware of the complications of a romantic relationship in the workplace. I didn't want to sacrifice our professional relationship or make her uncomfortable, yet we had to work closely together. So our bond grew stronger and I found myself struggling to suppress my growing affection for her, being captivated by her charm. I confessed to her one day that I had developed romantic feelings for her. She was shocked at first, but she also shared that she had also been feeling the same for me. From that day on, we were careful to maintain professional ethics at the workplace. We kept our relationship outside work. However, our connection grew stronger while spending most of the time together outside the office. So at that time, our relationship had gone on for 2 years. When Nikki decided to resign from her position as my secretary, she explained that she didn't want our relationship to affect our official responsibilities. I was surprised by this news because I depended upon her and her. I couldn't bear the thought of seeing her going out of my research, yet I appreciated her decision because it was best for both of us. On her last day as my secretary, we arranged a favorable party for her. We both also made plans for our future together with our love. As the foundation of our relationship, we continue to thrive in our lives. Our love only grew stronger with time, and we nurtured each other with love and respect in all aspects of life. So our life moved on with love and warmth in the air. We used to spend most of our time together, but suddenly a small disagreement arose. After 2 years of being committed to our relationship, one evening, she expressed her desire to pursue a job opportunity. She was excited about building her career again. However, I had some concerns because it would affect our plans of starting a family soon. I want to focus on this prospect, she told me. But what about our commitments to starting a family? I asked. It would take away our time together and delay our plans. You're right, Step. But I only speak for my financial independence. She had nothing to say. I stood up and went to my bedroom. After this agreement, we remained distant from each other for a week. But soon we realized that we needed to communicate openly and find a solution that would work for both. That's why one evening I sat with her and we listened to each other's concerns honestly, without interrupting each other. After discussing with each other, she agreed not to take up the job till we married. After marriage, if the opportunity holds, she would join the company. After our differences were resolved, we felt a renewed sense of closeness. Our relationship and plans were more successful. Now, we eventually started a perfect balance between our lives. As more than 3 years had passed, we were ready to take our commitment to the wedding. We both were excited and wanted to have a perfect day reflecting our love. We made our decision to have an outdoor wedding in a garden, inviting our close family and friends to witness our woes. We promised to love and cherish each other for a lifetime. After the wedding, we started our journey as a married couple. In the next month, Nikki joined the digital marketing agency, which offered her the opportunity to work as their digital marketing expert. We were grateful to have a strong bond and love for each other because it guided us through every obstacle. Months have been passed and we continued to live our marriage with care and support. However, sometimes petty issues seems to become more aggressive and serious. One day, a seemingly non-serious disagreement turned into a heated argument. "I can't believe you had not put the vegetables in the fridge again," I said to her. "Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I will do as I want to." She replied, "I know it's not, but it always becomes so annoying due to its perishable nature." I told her, "Well, maybe then you should learn to do that." She sighed, my eyes widened in this, believe like she was blaming me for this because she was the one not holding the responsibilities yet. I didn't want to ruin our relationship. "Fine. I will put them into the fridge." "Happy?" I said, "Can we please move on now?" She also said, "Sorry," and made sure to be more mindful in the future. We realized that our argument was over something tribal and not what's ruining our beautiful relationship. We hugged each other and made up, finding that our love for each other was far more important than anything else in the world. The real thing was that we laughed about this argument later because it's best to let go of the things and focus on the bigger picture. Weeks passed and my wife was becoming more focused on her job. I had to stay awake daily to see her face. One weekend, we had our plans for dinner at the hotel, but she was late again and I was waiting for her for over an hour. "Nikki, you are late again. This is becoming your routine." I said to her, "We have dinner plans tonight." "I'm sorry, Steph. There was an urgent project that needed my attention." She told me, "This is not first time you have been coming home late frequently and it is badly affecting our time together." I replied, "I'm doing my best to balance work and home." She became angry. "I'm not prioritizing work over relationship. I'm just trying to do better at my work." I was feeling frustrated and hurt. Her dedication for her job was good, but I also needed her to be present in our relationship. Life moved on and we had been through a lot of ups and downs through those 3 years of our marriage. My wife continued to come home late and would go to work in the evenings also. But she was also trying to spend time with me. I always tried to be friendly with her and wanted her to do her best at work. That's why I cooperated with whatever she needed, even at the cost of our relationship. But lately I noticed a change in her behavior. She seemed distant and always busy with her mobile phone. I tried to ignore at first, thinking that she was just catching up with work or social media. But as days turned in 2 weeks, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. One day I made plans to take her out for dinner and watch a movie. I was hoping to surprise her. But when I entered my apartment, I found her sitting on the sofa talking to someone over the phone, smiling and blushing. "Hey, what's up?" I tried to sound normal. She quickly hid her phone behind her back and tried to put a smile on her face. "Hi, how are you? I was just working on some emails," she replied while avoiding eye contact. I felt a sense of suspicion and knew that she was hiding something from me. So I decided to check her phone from that moment on. Over the next few weeks, I observed her behavior closely and then noticed that she was constantly sticking to her phone, even ignoring our conversations over dinner. Or be strong bond seems to be fading away, unable to stand the uncertainty any longer. I decided to confront her. "Nikki, I have noticed that you are always on your phone and seem quite busy. Is everything okay?" I asked her. She quickly went defensive, claiming that she was just busy with work. However, I never believed any of her words. One day while she was taking bath, I took her phone and found some alarming messages from a contact named Boss. Most of the messages were intimate and revealed that they had been seeing each other for quite some time. Now, they even dated at our apartment. I was just shocked and shattered. So after confronting her about those messages, she confessed to having an affair with her boss for several months. She apologized, explaining that she had sought comfort somewhere else, but I was heartbroken. I loved and trusted her with everything. I felt anger, sadness and disbelief. At the same time, I couldn't believe that she had been seeking solace in someone else's arms. I asked her to leave my apartment and I couldn't stay with her for some time to process my emotions. After 2 weeks, I realized that I loved her deeply but couldn't continue all relationship based on lies and infidelity. I was not in any position to trust her again and rebuild my trust in her. I told her my decision. She left my house instantly. I filed for divorce, which could have taken some weeks as I ended my marriage. In the next few weeks, I focused on my career, yet it wasn't easy to let go of. That's why I slowly healed the pain of betrayal. So when almost 1 year had passed on till our separation, Nikki called me and said that she wanted to meet me. I made excuses of work as I didn't want to meet her yet. She insisted on meeting. So I told her to come over my apartment in the evening. In the evening, she came to my apartment with the 12-month-old baby in her arms. She told me that I was the father of the baby. I couldn't believe her because when we were separated, she was not pregnant. So I told her that I want to do a paternity test. And after that I will take my responsibilities as a father. And she agreed. So one day I called her to come to the hospital as I wanted to do a paternity test, and she said, "Okay." But I waited for 3 hours and she never came. Her mobile phone was also switched off. She was nowhere to be found. I realized that she just wanted some money and nothing else.